Yes, what's happening, people? Welcome back to another episode of FCM. Sunday service is about to resume. You already know what time it is. Ready for that insight, that in-depth chat, and of course, that good banter. Listen, it's your host, your most Maiwa. Of course, I'm not in the middle today. I'm on a wing. I'm on a wing for all good reason. Of course, joining me is my brother in arms, the podcasting Pepe himself, Fuad Kadani.
How we doing, people?
Building.
How we doing?
Of course,
How we doing?
Culture Comes is still doing holiday mode, birthday mode. So we'll let him do his thing. But we've got a little treat. Listen, if you've not been checking out socials, we have something very different today. Of course, we had a big game, a game of two big teams at the Emirates, Liverpool versus Arsenal. And we're going to do a call-in where you can give us our thoughts. We're going to break down the game ourselves first, a bit of chat, and then we're going to give the floor to you guys.
No, it's actually perfect. Cams is missing this week because obviously he loves to hog the mic. And now it's your turn to hog the mic at home. So get involved in a conversation. Do you know what I mean? We always thought we want to elevate the show in new ways, find new little things, and we thought, what better time to get the people involved in a game like this? We had El Clasico this weekend as well. So much to get into this week. Of course, my boy's done anything as well. We'll talk about that.
So we will. But before we even get to that, as is custom around here, if your team went out, did what needed to be done, by hook or by crook, grab that dub, hold tight the 3-point collectors.
Hey, man. Weren't us today. Weren't us. It ain't easy. It ain't easy, I'll
hold
tell you
tight
that.
The participants as well, you get me?
That was us.
We got the participants. You did your thing as well. And then, boy, let's get into it. Liverpool-Arsenal, big game at the Emirates, North London. Battle of two teams that are probably trying to get, the title off City. Ended in a stalemate. Where to start, though? Where do we start with this one?
Bro, you can start anywhere, to be fair. I thought the way that game started, honestly, was perfect, almost. It's like you hope these types of games kind of bring a bit of entertainment early doors. You don't want two big sides, obviously a lot to play for. You don't want it to be a boring stalemate, put it that way. And I think, obviously, early doors, I think Arsenal have a few times caught Liverpool out. And once again, this was the case, brother. And when Arsenal lined up, obviously, with the makeshift back four as well, you're thinking Ben White at centre-back today, Partey at right-back. Could Liverpool exploit that? But they said, hey, let us show you. We might have a little weapon back here. And the pass from Ben White, got to say, perfect. And then Saka, the run as well, perfectly. And I think the big question, obviously, before this game was, is he going to play? Is he fit? He showed today, brother. That was all paper talk. That was all, you know them mind games.
Arteta. Is Arteta studying jersey?
Hey, listen,
is Arteta studying jersey?
I've seen us do this with Harry Kane like 4 or 5 times before a North London derby where it's, he might be injured, might need an injection. Bro, that boy looked hungry today, and that goal showed it. And I'm sorry, Robertson, you got absolutely put on a skewer. The way he got that's pure P&P. I know sometimes we try and act like that's a bad thing. Bro, the pace, the power, and guess what? That's Robbo's almost like bread and butter. The fact that Saka made him look like that, and I think with Robbo, it's almost like it's happened a couple of times now this year. I think against Madueke, against you guys in the first half as well, was similar. But what a way to kind of start the game and kind of open the floor, do you know what I mean?
But even before that, I think going into this game, a lot of the context was no Saliba, Arsenal have injuries, Arsenal are in a bit of a shaky position, falling back a bit in the league. Shakhtar win wasn't convincing. Yeah. We're not seeing Ethan play when he needs to play, we reckon.
I'll be honest with you, I came into this game thinking Liverpool are going to win because I thought Arsenal are coming in almost like a wounded animal, if you like. They're probably going to try and shut up shop. And weirdly enough, it seemed like Liverpool almost like, I don't know, was second-guessing themselves throughout this game. And obviously, Virgil equalised after the first one with a big header, and it was so weird. I was sat here watching it with AGT, and he literally said, I got a feeling Virgil's going to pop up this one. Key header as well. But then it was like, I don't know, I thought Liverpool were just going to come into their own after that and kind of take the game to them. But it just seemed like a chaotic game, I'll be honest with you. Liverpool just couldn't get any control on it. Every time they got on the ball, they seemed like they lacked ideas. There was a lack of movement up front. I thought their left-hand side was very disappointing today with Diaz as well, who started the season so good. And then this was just one of those games where nothing was coming off for him.
No Jota for them as well. I mean, if he's out for a while, looking at this team, you start to then think.
And we all know Jota's the Arsenal killer as well, But he's usually always popping up with Arsenal.
This is where my immediate thoughts went to. Number one, I think people need to start putting respect on Bukayo Saka's name. You may not like the way he plays football, whatever, but that boy is a player. That's like 50 Premier League goals now. Like captain's armband today, did what needed to be done, came back in the fold, and suddenly you're thinking, "Wow, Arsenal have they've got that grit back again." He is a player, and everyone likes doing this whole comparison game and like, "Oh, this player, that player." Come rain or come shine, one thing you can guarantee that Bukayo Saka is gonna do is perform and give you a performance. And for him to start the game off like that, I think that's one of the moments people
tone setters, bro. That's what you look for in leaders in your team. And the fact that he's like taken the captain's armband over the past couple of weeks as well, it's almost like similar like what we were saying about Virgil last season. They've taken on that extra responsibility and they're thriving in it. And it's like, listen, rivalries aside and all of that, bro, you have to give respect where it's due. This type of game and this type of magnitude where you know this is a title contender, set the tone early on. You know Robertson's one of the best left backs in the league. Cool, early doors, I'm going to put you on toast and I'm going to nutmeg you as well. And I'm going to slam this near post as well. So that, as you said, that is elite mentality. And bro, turning up in the big games, that's what you look to your big players for. Do you know what I mean?
Speaking of the big players though, like it was like, I go, you go. Like I'm the captain that sets pace. Van Dijk.
That's what I was saying.
No worries.
Captain's getting stroke for stroke, bro. I was like, yeah, man, you gotta do your thing, bro. Get it off. Let's go. We got a game on here. You know what I mean? But do you know what's so crazy though? It was like how at the end of the first half, they put the camera on. Was it Nicholas Jova?
Yeah.
And I was sat here with Alex, and I was just saying, bro, I don't think I've ever seen a set piece coach get as much camera time.
The thing is,
I cannot name you another set piece coach in the Premier League. But I know Nicholas Jova, or Nikola Jova, whatever his name is. But every time, in every game, whenever there's a set piece coming,
it just pan to him.
And this one, he was stood there chewing his gum. I'm like, bro, why has this guy got main character? They flick the camera back. Mikel Merino, bang! I said, you know what? Fairs, man.
But do you know what's mad, yeah? Do you know I find it annoying though, yeah? Because don't get me wrong, yeah.
Who's your set piece coach? Do you know your set piece coach?
Bro, I don't even know who I don't know any of our coaches.
I don't know my set piece coach, brother. Liverpool fans, if you could tell me your set piece coach, I would love to know.
No, but bro, because remember last year, yeah, it was Jason Tyndall. Now we got what's his name? This Arsenal guy. What's his name again?
Nikola Jova.
Nikola Jova. It's like. The season before, it's like Pep Linders. It's like there's always like a guy that's trying to pop up and be something. But yeah, I mean, it was quite funny that Liverpool conceded. Liverpool scored a set piece against Set Piece FC. That's like 2 weeks now, back to back.
Getting our lick back, boy. Don't worry.
Exactly. But and then I think a key take that I got from this game as well is this was definitely Slot's most difficult customer he's faced whilst being at Liverpool. Of course, they lost to Nottingham Forest. That game was hard for them to break down, and Forest did what they need to do. And I think we need to speak about Forest. We need to get them flowers because they're killing it. But you could see that this was a difficult game. But also, what I found really interesting was how they kind of started reverting back to old Liverpool style. It was almost like muscle memory, that this style that we're trying to do, like bring control and everything, not really working. Need a bit more chaos. Trent, can you come into midfield, please? Robbo, can you start trying to run up and down?
It wasn't working.
Nunes, can you try and find the pocket? And it's like it gave them a bit of like a spark, but it wasn't kicking in.
Shall I tell you why? They glitched. They got the new patch downloaded, the Arna slot package
the
downloaded.
iOS was
and they were trying to still tap into the clock machine. And I was like, bro, everyone's touch looked so shaky. Some of the passes Trent was playing, I'd never seen Trent play so many bad passes. And I was like, what the hell is going on? There was one crossfield pass and it just dribbled across. I said, bro, what the hell is going on with Liverpool? And it was like, you almost felt like the occasion almost got to them at that point. And it's like, but as you said, coming into this game, you were thinking Liverpool are going to take the game to them. But Arsenal, I'll be real with you, they stayed resilient. And they knew when they went 2-1 up, that's the game Arteta low-key wanted. Let me go 2-1 up, and I promise you I'm going to shut up shop, set up 2 banks of 4, get 10 men behind the ball, and I'm going to have Martinelli maybe on the counter. And Liverpool just couldn't break them down. And then Liverpool didn't have enough quality to even go on further. And then the subs they made as well, I didn't feel like they really made much of a difference as well. Cody Gakpo, Szoboszlai, Tsimikas, they all came on about 65th minute. And I was thinking, I don't know, it's similar like in the Spurs game. Your subs are meant to be kind of game changers, impactors. Something. And I just thought Diaz was poor. And then Gakpo, who has been in form as well. Normally when they're rotating, nothing really came off. But Salah eventually coming up with a dagger in the way that he did, I thought he was the only one today that seemed like he wanted to grab the game by the scruff of the neck in the Liverpool side. Everybody else I felt like was just almost passive, shall I say, and waiting for something to happen. And Salah just went, you know what? If you lot ain't going to do it, I'll do it myself, bruv.
I mean, but I think the big thing with both these teams, you've seen Arsenal this season without Saka and Odegaard. It's like, which one of you attackers is going to do something? You can already see what would happen if Salah's not in the Liverpool team. Like, you've got other players that can have nice moments. Diaz has been great this season, but today, brother, big game, not really seeing it.
Yeah.
Gakpo, you're coming on. You want to try and get starts? Not really seeing it. It's still the man for the day.
Do you know what was even
Salah
more? Do you know what was even more damning of Liverpool as well? Is the fact that I think Gabriel got injured 65th or something like
and
that.
they didn't capitalise on anything.
I was like, but you saw Liverpool almost like trying to throw the whole house at it, and that's what you're saying. Kind of, they reverted back to that Klopp method.
Yeah.
But nothing just seemed to be coming up, and I was like, is this where kind of people start to second guess if these guys can win the title in games like that? And don't get it twisted. I think before the game, had you said to Liverpool, would you take a draw at the Emirates and then you can kind of leave? They would have probably said, you know what, maybe we'll take it.
Yeah.
But I think the way the kind of game has played out, they'll feel like they could have done more had they been better, if that makes sense. But Arsenal, I don't think will be too disappointed as well walking out with this draw. They'll be annoyed, obviously, they dropped points at home. Yeah. And obviously, City are still winning. But I think the big annoyance, take the context in, the Gabriel dropping out, then Timber as well later on in the game, and we don't know what the reports on those are going to be. They'll kind of be like, you know what, we're glad we didn't just lose the game. But
I think this is where the issue is. I think with Arsenal, in this modern era, the pet era of the Premier League, you know that if you drop a point, it feels like you've dropped millions of points. They're in a situation now where a lot of teams in and around Arsenal for the last year or so have dealt with injuries. You guys had about 6 injuries. Chelsea, with all of our players, mad injuries. Yeah. Apart from when Saliba had the back injury and whatnot, they've not had people out for an extensive period.
Key players as well.
Captain out. Saka's out for a few weeks. Saliba was out for suspension, but he's going to come back. His partner is not going to be there. You then have who else went off today? Timber went off, right? Calafiori is injured. They're getting that patch that other teams had. Yeah. So now you're 5 points behind City, which is already thinking like, right, it's slipping away. You've got injuries. You've got the busy period coming up. That's where I think Arsenal fans may feel a bit aggrieved or unsure of what's going to happen in the next few weeks. But
because let's have a look at let me just have a look at their next couple of fixtures. Newcastle away, Woo! Inter Milan away, Woo! Chelsea away. After the obviously midweek Carabao Cup game with Preston, but 3 away games, I can't lie, that is going to be tough. So if Gabriel is out missing those games, as you said, this is going to be the first time where they've got key personnel out and they're really being tested. And boy, we're really going to see kind of the character.
We're going to separate the men from the boys.
Yeah,
we're going to separate the men from the boys. But listen, you said we're going to do call-in. Let's get this call in the road. Arsenal, Liverpool fans, let's dial in. Let's see what we've got here.
Make sure you guys go check out the link. It is in the story, if not in the description as well. If you guys want to have your say, please click the link. Get involved in the conversation. We are doing call-ins today. First one up, I believe we have Aaron, Liverpool fan, who production is telling us has been watching the show since 2019. Damn. So my brother, it's only right. You know what I mean? We do a bit of history here. First call-in, you know what I mean? Long-time viewer of the show as well. Aaron, big up yourself, bro. How are you, man? You good?
What's that?
Yeah, good, bro. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. How are you, brother? You good? Where are you calling from?
Yeah, alhamdulillah, bro. All good, thank you. London, but West, innit?
My guy. How are you feeling about today's game?
I was telling the producer, before that, I was telling the producer I watched you, man, since 2019, bro.
My guy. Appreciate the support always, man. You know, we was under a different name.
Of course. But and now it's nice. I see you lot, seeing Cam's putting Lewandowski on game as well. The new man do your thing as well. It's good to see, man. I only used to watch you, man, because you used to upload 7 a.m. on a Monday.
Come on, man. Yeah. The Monday morning mafia. We got to look after them, man. The people go to work early doors on a Monday. We have to look after them, bro. But now we hear Sunday nights, and obviously, I appreciate it, bro.
Talk to us about the game, though, man. What are you saying? How are you feeling? What's your big takeaway from the game?
I thought we'd win this one, I'm a Liverpool fan, obviously, I thought we'd win this one, but because all the injuries they had and all the excuses they were already coming out with, but I'll take a point at the end, man. Arsenal just looked a lot better than us, I'll be real. I felt like that was our poorest game I've seen under Slot. Like, not even poorest, like, we didn't play as bad as we did today, innit? But
Mm-hmm.
obviously,
What do
Arsenal,
you
they're too strong, and I'm just glad we got a point in the end, man. Even
what do
though we
you
probably
what,
could have pushed, but
what do you think was missing today? Because it felt like, I don't know, in the second half, you guys almost, I don't know, were second guessing yourselves, and I expected even when the substitutions came on for you guys to just bring a bit of fresh energy, bring a bit of gusto, especially considering Gabriel had gone down. You guys seemed to be throwing the house at them, but nothing seemed to come off. What do you think was wrong today?
yeah, now I think you made a good point that it's like we kind of went away from that control, went back to that muscle memory of trying to get the ball forward as fast as possible. And you see that Gravenberch Trent trying to spray passes to like Gakpo and Salah, but it weren't reaching them. And it's like you got to stick with the one game plan that you had this whole season. You can't go back to whatever Klopp was on. But yeah, that's in the past now, I guess. It's good that you still have that in your arsenal, but I think we should just start with the whole control thing. And our midfield got dominated today. I feel like, especially in that first half, like I thought Gravenberch, he didn't have a poor game, but like Jones, McAllister, I thought like off the ball they were kind of non-existent.
Speak on it. Speak on it.
Hey, Gravenberch, my boy today.
Speak on
Listen, he wasn't.
Caicedo got him out of there.
He wasn't bad. I wouldn't say. I don't think he was bad.
Like, without Soboslai,
I think
it's Soboslai the glue.
Listen, you said it kind of off air when we was there, and Soboslai I think was missed a little bit today because even McAllister getting that early yellow card, I thought kind of hindered his game a little bit and just kind of made him a little bit more reserved.
Aaron, I want to quickly ask you before we.
Soboslai covers, yeah, it's like you can't really like match that with Jones and McAllister what they bring on the ball because the ground he covers, I feel like it helps our system so much more than he gets credit for.
Aaron, to wrap up,
he needs to score more, of course.
Yeah.
I want to wrap up quickly. You said that Arsenal looks better than you, right? Based on City being who they are and Arsenal looking better than you in this game, where do you rank yourself as title contenders? Are you in contention for a title, or do you reckon that you're just like floating?
Honestly, I think it'll be the exact same as last season, where we'll look really good, but then our injuries will get the better of us. Because that's what I already think that's happening, innit? No Alisson, no Jota. You see, we played a bit different. It's not an excuse, but it's what I thought from the start, innit? Like when we started playing well, but like I just think we're not there yet. We're like maybe 1 year away from that being that team that can contend till the last day in things.
No, I hear it, man. Listen, Aaron, big up you 10 times, man. First
For
ever
real.
call in
Sure, man,
on FCM. You've made history, man.
Hey, big up, man. Appreciate you.
Always a pleasure, man.
Love.
Take care.
In a bit.
Bless.
Let me go through these super chats quickly as well. We've got a few super chats here. KRR says, Cams today, wallahi, it's poor. White's Kivior MLS defense, and you want us to maintain a high line. Context is not excuses. Playing the same way is naive. We've also got one from Crash Singh who says, Arsenal continuously having to play in hard mode. Listen, this is the one thing, yeah, and I say this, yeah, with respect, yeah. I understand, yeah, as a football fan, yeah, you feel for your team and everything, but Arsenal have to stop doing this thing where it's like, oh, it's unfair, it's always us. Like, no team wins the league with no adversity.
Victim mentality.
With no adversity.
Yeah.
We're talking about City, right? City have no Rodri, they have no KDB, they have their own things going on. Yes, they have a wealth of riches, but every team has to face adversity. You can't just be here like, oh, we got to be hard mode. Maybe if your players more disciplined, you'd have 11 players in more of your games. Maybe, you wouldn't have all these injuries for other reasons. But you last season, you didn't have injuries. Like, all of this, like, hard mode. What, do you want us to just give you the league?
Yeah. No, I fully agree.
Let's get next caller on, man. We've got Arsenal fan apparently, King in the building. Let's get King in here, man.
Yo, man, then what you saying?
What are you saying, King? You good, yeah?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm a bit disappointed though with the results today. Honestly, I feel like today was the opportunity to make a statement win against Liverpool. I feel like a lot of people had counted Arsenal out. I felt like Liverpool was just gonna come and overrun us. And I feel like when you're 2-1 up at home, you just have to grind it out. It's not about who you got or injuries. It's about just the mentality to we want to win this league. I've heard players come out and say that they want to win this league this season, and you have to show it. We can't keep blaming referees because we know that the referees are bad. It's not just like an Arsenal thing. The referees in the league are bad, and there's nothing we can do about it. But you do you. Declan Rice didn't have to kick that ball. He didn't have to. We have to be
Yeah.
honest. And the same with Trossard. And so it's like, if you do yours, then there's no one to blame.
What do
And
you?
today, again, like, for me, we got opportunities that we could have scored. Kai Havertz could have scored. And then
Mm.
again, we don't have to talk about, the last incident. But again, because we didn't take our chances, it's going to be, oh, we were hard done and all of that. And yeah, maybe we were, but at the end of the day, you have to do yours, bro. You always have to do yours.
What
For
do you
me,
feel like? What do you
that's
feel like
my thing.
Arteta could have done more today, in particular?
I was going to ask. I
In
was like,
terms of winning this game, because I felt like in terms of game management, he didn't do a bad thing. Of course, you get caught out with a bit of quality from Salah at the end there, but would you have maybe taken the risk of playing like an Ethan Nwaneri from the start, just to kind of put you more on that front foot?
For me, yeah, I felt like he should have put on Eton earlier. I can understand not starting with him because he is 17 and he hasn't played in this type of game. And that's more down to the manager for not trusting him earlier when we played, Southampton at home, when we played Leicester at home. For me, those were the games where you start him, you look at how he does, and if he, keep on showing quality, then you start him in this game. But he didn't do that, and that's on him. For me, that's on him. But second half, when you 2-1 up, just have to make the tactical switch and manage the game out.
King, I've got to ask, like, you guys are 5 points behind City, yeah? What's your thoughts? Like, a lot of Arsenal fans are talking like it's done now because 5 points is a big hole to sort of overcome. You're banking on City jumping points somewhere. Do you feel like it's done? Or do you reckon that there's still twists and turns in this?
No. It's a long season. We've got like 29 games left, I think, 28. It's 5 points. We can go to the Etihad and we can beat City. City can lose to Liverpool. They still got to play Liverpool twice. So for me, it's far from over, but we have to go on a winning run now. That's it. It's all good and run. We got Chelsea, we got Newcastle. We got to go and beat these teams. And it's not about what City does. It's about what Arsenal do. We have to win.
Hey, man. Listen, King, big you up, man.
Appreciate you joining
calling
us,
in, man.
Thank you, man.
Big up. Keep doing your thing. Big fan, man.
Love.
Take care.
Appreciate that,
soon.
man. See, even in the calls, yeah, like there's this air of like Arsenal like feeling. Don't get me wrong, yeah. I understand how precious this moment is for Arsenal. If you think about it, last year they came so close. It came down to a few games where they would have probably hoped to get better results. This season, you could probably say the Bournemouth fixture feels like one of those ones. You have a bad referee decision in that. This game against Liverpool, you're probably thinking, like we could have capitalized. For context, this season is mad. Chelsea, with where Chelsea are at the moment, we're over the moon. Great things. Brighton are 1 point behind us. You guys, everything's not great. You guys are 1 point behind Villa or something like that?
No, 3 points. 5 points now after today, to be fair.
Who's
3 points behind Brighton and Forest.
You're 3 points behind Brighton and Forest. It's like
the gap between third place and seventh place is 2 points.
It's still so early in the season, but I think there's so much emotion, and depending on the feeling, on the extra sort of things around you, it can dictate what you think about your club. I don't think Arsenal fans should be panicked. I don't think Liverpool fans should be panicked. 5 points is a lot of points though, but it's one of those things where it's so early in the season, so you just have to get back on and roll with the punches.
I think sometimes where maybe the second guessing could come from is obviously with all these injuries kind of piling up. They haven't had that in previous years, so they're thinking, can we go on this winning run with these injuries? I think that's tough to do. But listen, as you said, adversity. That's where you know what I mean.
Builds character.
We're gonna see the character now.
Real talk.
Who we got next? I believe we have an Arsenal fan next. Charles, if I'm not mistaken. Next up on the line. Charles, my man. How you doing, bruv? Where you calling from?
I'm calling from far, really. Nigeria.
My guy.
Boom. What you saying?
Come on. How are you, brother? You good?
How far?
I'm good. I do.
Love.
What did you think about today's game then? 2-2 result. Are you happy with that?
I'm not too sad, but I'm not happy because 3 points. 3 points. We just need the 3 points. But I'm okay. I'm actually okay. I'm not really down like most Arsenal fans. I'm actually pretty good because I know Liverpool are very, very strong, very, very good in a good moment, but we just needed to get in one over them, but we couldn't do it. But we take the points. I take the points. We move. So, but I'm good. I'm actually okay.
We was talking
I know
about
the season
we
is-
was talking about there just earlier in the call before, saying is 5 points too big of a gap at this point of the season, and do you feel like maybe it's going to be a tough slog now? And the last caller said obviously King said he could still see Arsenal going on a winning run and still getting back into this race. Where do you stand? Do you still kind of feel like this has maybe done a bit of damage where you've got a lot of work to do now, or you still have faith in this side that even with the injuries, Arteta can still get a tune out of them?
Yeah. I'm not really afraid of the injuries per se. It's just that the City are getting a lot of momentum right now, getting results, grinding out results, even though 1-0 wins, late goals. So they are really, really getting results. But I'm not really scared. 5 points is still a lot. It's a lot, but the season is very, very, very long. So, and I know Chelsea will still play Man City. I feel that Chelsea can get a point. Even Tottenham, I feel like Tottenham can get points at Man City. So
Don't worry about us, bro. Don't worry about us. Trust me. Don't worry about us, bro.
The bogey team.
No.
City's
Don't
bogey
worry
team.
about us, bro. Trust me.
serious.
Even I'm starting to give up hope, man. I'm losing faith here, bro.
No. Because I was hearing on our channel that Ange can play this 3-5-2 against Man City, playing Mickey Van de Ven.
Cook,
playing,
brother, cook.
So I feel that if he does that, he can get a point. And I really like Chelsea. Chelsea, I feel that they can really get one over Man City. So I'm not really scared. Liverpool are still there. So
Arsenal are relying on their enemies to defeat City. They're relying on Chelsea.
Let me ask you quickly, just before you go as well. What did you make of Bukayo Saka's performance today? Because obviously coming into this game, it was a big one. A lot of pressure on him. People questioning, he's injured. Is he going to be performing? Some people thinking, hey, he might be limping within 20 minutes. But the way he started that game, the way he scored that goal, talk to me. What was your feeling when that went in?
This season is his season. He started it very, very well, and he has not lost confidence at all. He's just going on his own. He's in his own space. He's just in his own level. He's just going
flow state.
Yeah.
Flow state,
so
as they call it.
He's taking the season as he's going. So if he hears comments from here, if he hears people doubting him from here, he just does his thing. He's just very, very, very good and very, very consistent. So he's just the man at the moment, and I hope he keeps it up till the end of the season. So yeah.
He's taking the captain's armband very calmly. Do you know what I mean? But Charles,
yeah. So and he's our boy. He's our star boy, our golden boy from academy and everything. The armband is really now lifting him more and more. He's really feeling like he can take this team to the next level. So hopefully he can stay fit and keep doing what he's doing.
Listen, Charles, thanks for calling in, man. Take it easy.
Appreciate you taking the time, man. We'll catch up soon. Take care, brother.
Let me read you something about Bukayo Saka, actually.
Go on.
7th youngest player Premier League history to reach 50 goals. Only names that have done it younger than him: Robbie Fowler, Michael Owen, Wayne Rooney, Lukaku, Ronaldo, Harry Kane.
There's an imposter amongst us. Hey, you try and figure it out at home. That was a very solid list, but there was one name I went, whoo! Hey, Fez, he was a masher as well, but hey, Romelu.
Oh, man. Listen, let's see if we've got another caller. We're going to start rounding this off because we got to get into. But
we got all the callers as well, man. They're really good ones. Who we got next? Yes,
yo.
Liverpool fan Adnan. How are you, brother? You good?
I'm very good, guys. How you doing?
Very well,
good,
thanks,
man.
Very well. How you feeling after that game?
You got the Yamal braces. I love it. I love it. My God.
So guys, I'm calling from Somalia.
Hey, bro. Hey, we have to go 1 for 1, baby. We have to go 1 for 1. Come on. And no, Iwaran.
I said cousin.
Hey, Iwaran. What did you think of the game?
I'm very good. Wallahi, if I'm being honest, if you see the game, Arteta, like, he's playing like how I could say, like, maybe smart, you can say, because he lost all these players. So he'd be thinking like, let me play safe. But like, I think Arteta did like a really hard work to push up like Liverpool and do all this like without hesitating.
Mm-hmm.
With him knowing that Liverpool are top of the league, so they can hurt you when you open play.
Yeah. I think he's just cut
Ah,
up
it's
on the
cut.
connection there.
Let's say what the Somalia,
Hey, man, you know,
it's a bit different.
We're gonna sort you out with
Yo,
some Wi-Fi, my brother.
listen,
Don't
man.
worry, we're
Don't
gonna
worry,
get
man.
something out there.
Tell him to link to Wire3 Lagos.
Hey.
We'll sort that out for you, man.
Hey, he's
Ah,
back. He's back. Adnan, you were saying, you said Arteta was playing well and he'd kind of set up a good game plan. What did you make of Arne Slot's game plan in kind of the way Liverpool were in the second half, especially?
Watch out that ball guy. He is smart. I'm telling you this. He is smart, brother, because the way he's playing. And by the way, let me tell you this. Robertson tonight, brother. after the game, switch shift to Taka. Please do that.
I say good dude.
Because he didn't dirty, bro.
He done.
He didn't really dirty. So after Tsimikas came in, after the subs, I think Liverpool was like very much better. They controlled the game. So I think the secret was in Tsimikas, I think, because I didn't like him before. Tsimikas, like, he's playing now better than Robertson. Like, can you imagine?
Midweek he played really
Robertson
well as well
now
in the Champions League.
So and big up to Salah. Brother. Salah every time scoring against Arsenal. So like you have to give credit to this guy. So that's all I'm saying. So Fuad, what do you think?
Well, I was going to ask
what do you think about?
I love Arne Slot so far. I think he's done a brilliant job, and I think nobody expected the transition to be as quick as it did. I think everybody expected this season to be kind of like a rough learning curve for Liverpool, but they haven't skipped a beat. And I think before the game, if you asked any Liverpool fan, would you have taken a point at the Emirates? I think they would have said yes. The way the kind of game has gone, you maybe think, obviously with Gabriel's injury, with Timber's injury, could there have been an opportunity there? But as you said, I think Arteta set up a good game plan to kind of nullify them after they went 2-1 up. And the Arsenal fan that called before that said that might have been the right game plan as well, especially when you've got those types of injuries. Sometimes you just have to read the context of the game. What I want to ask you before we wrap up as well is, do you think Liverpool are going to win the league this year? Because we asked the other Liverpool fan as well, and he said, we'll be in the race, but we'll drop out eventually. Do you think Liverpool and Arne Slot can come in first season and deliver something?
Now, this is the moment. Take my words now, okay? If Liverpool finish Christmas top of the league, they're going to win it.
Fairs. I like the confidence. Adnan, appreciate you joining us, brother. We will catch you hopefully on the next call-in show we have as well, and we'll definitely try and get some more people on as well. Always good to talk with the peoples, you know what I mean? Listen, we got callers from Nigeria, Somalia. We're going global, baby. You know what I'm saying? But big up everybody who called in today. I think that will be the end for the call-in segment today. 2 Liverpool fans, 2 Arsenal fans. I think that's
balance, man. Bit balance, man.
Fair bit of balance, you know what I mean?
Listen, let's get to it, man. Liverpool, Arsenal, big you man up. You do whatever. Let's get into this conversation, man. Listen, I'm a Chelsea fan. I'm wearing a Barcelona top, but it's good reason. Ladies and gentlemen.
On the day you collected 3 points.
On the day I collected 3 points. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of whatever genetic makeup, wherever you come in the world, Barcelona are back. Football is back. Healing. This is good. They had lost 4 Clásicos before this, Fuad. 4 Clásicos. They turned up against the Galacticos with 7 of their own, and they won 4-0. 4.
I think that's Madrid's first league defeat since September 2023 as well.
Bro, 4-0.
Annihilation.
Before the match week before Vinny collects his Ballon d'Or, they dropped 4.
I think it was coming into this game as well.
Bro,
Madrid
they dropped
were
4 on Mbappe's head.
Yeah.
4 on Vinny's head. 4 on Jude Bellingham's head.
Hey, and then they did their own little.
Pedri did
hey.
4. Bro, 4-0.
Hey.
4
in your house.
Come on, man.
Hey.
They're back. You have to remember, yeah. There was a time, yeah, where people were saying Barcelona are in their banter era. Listen to that statement. Barcelona banter era. They were talking about Barcelona the same way they were talking about Arsenal. Banter era.
Yeah.
Banter signings. All of this stuff. Bro.
Do you know what,
the
though?
feeling is being restored.
And I like that you said that. Because you know why the feeling is coming back. It's not just something that's happened overnight. You see that banter era you're talking about? Barcelona went outside their character during that period.
Yep.
Barcelona have an identity. They're one of the few clubs with like fabric, ethos, as you call it. And it's always been La Masia.
Yep.
And for a couple of years, I think it was after the Champions League win in 2015, 2016, they decided, yo, you know what?
They start spending a bit
Let's
of cash.
start being some globetrotters. Coutinho, 150 mil. Dembele over there. Griezmann over there. Yeah, you over there. We'll pay that for you. Why? And that was when the institution that we revere
Became something we
became
hated.
a joke.
Yep.
To the point where your greatest player is walking out of the door disgraced at the club. Like, I don't want to be here because you lot are such a mess.
Facts.
And now it's restored. Why? La Masia.
It went back to the
sorry.
truth.
We have to talk about the group of talent that they're coming through. Kubasi. Already?
Wait, bro, let's just...
Hey.
We got another one. We got
another one, baby. This kid is the truth. And I remember last season when it was Champions League, your boy Osimhen held it. I came in here and I said to you, oi,
we
might have something special here. And I said, I'm putting all my stocks behind this kid. Already at 17, one of the best in the world. I don't care.
Brother.
And he's
Brother.
not... Yamal!
Let me say something now, yeah.
Trent
Trent came out during the middle of the week and said he wants to be the first fullback to win a Ballon d'Or.
Hey.
They're saying like the next era is Mbappe's. This is a problem.
Huh?
Yamal's a problem.
Huh?
Houston, we've got a problem.
Yo, there is a glitch in the matrix.
And then do you know what's so mad as well? It's just the fact, yeah, that this kid, this child, is a grown man. He's walking around like
No. He's acting like a grown man, but he's still a child. Bro's got braces on. He's doing advertisements for braces.
He's matching his braces with his kit.
With the kit. Bro, we're entering new territory. When have you seen teenage accessories? We see wristbands. We see head tapes. I've seen Gucci headbands. Man are getting star-studded braces now. Is this what we're on? Bro, generational. Bro. Like we throw around the word generational too frequently. That is generational. A freak of nature.
Yep.
Mr. 304. I want to salute you for giving birth to that boy.
Salute the mother as well.
Salute the mother for giving birth to that boy, because we are enjoying this. We're the ones that have been blessed.
Youngest ever player to score in the Clasico.
Bro, the goal as well. Cheeky. The boy is nasty. The confidence he plays with, the composure he plays with, it's just freakish, bro. And it's like those two, Kubasi and Yamal, obviously, I feel like they're like the X factor.
Yeah.
Casado. We ain't going to ignore that youth, bruv. Because I think it was Burnout at the start of the season who got the big ligament injury.
Yep.
He started the first 2 games on fire. Casado's come in and said, don't worry, I'm here too, my brother. Yep. Firmin, an absolute dog.
Yep.
Showed what he was worth last year. This season is reminding. Balde at left back, they still got as well.
Got the assist, didn't he?
Bro, these are all academy products.
Bro.
These are not 40 million signings. These are not 120 mil. I have to pay you 300 bags. I remember looking at Barcelona's wage bill, was it a couple of years ago, when they had the Busquets and Yuria.
Extortionate.
I couldn't believe the fraudulent activities. This is now a club healing, a club restoring. And I'm sorry, to do 4-0 at their ground when Madrid are on the verge of history. I think they were on an unbeaten run of 43 games.
Yep.
It's like the typical United, Arsenal, the unbeaten run. They can do a bit of history. And they said, what?
Nope.
We gonna come to your crib, pull your pants down, slap you in the face, and tell your wife to make me tea. Disrespect of the highest grade. Bro, that's how disrespect. It's the equivalent to that. Imagine the brother coming into your yard and doing that. Nah, bro. I'm sorry, and I love it, yeah, because it's like the typical Madrid Barca thing as well. Of Madrid have all the superstars, all the names. Before this season, we were like, yo, they've just won the Champions League. How can they get even better? They added Mbappe, and we're like, oh my days.
It's over for everyone.
It's over for everybody. And week by week, everybody has watched Madrid play, and I swear to you, it's been like, what the hell am I watching?
Boy.
And it always felt like there's going to come a moment when it's going to catch up with them. But then you also watch Barcelona play this gung-ho attacking football, and you're thinking,
at some point,
a team might catch you out someday, you know. So this is almost like the immovable object, unstoppable force. And my days, they got absolutely pan-fried.
There's a few more things that I need to point out here. Midweek, Vinny Jr., Madrid do a remontada. Of course, Vinny Jr. gets his moment. The next day, Rafinha said, listen, it's okay.
I was going to give him a whole separate segment.
What you can do, that's fine. But you see my thing, I'm going to make sure what happens now.
I absolutely love Rafinha. The mentality that guy has shown at that club, because he joined around that time and was going to be one of those banter signings. First year kind of struggled a little bit, and they were thinking, yo, who's this Brazilian fraud?
Then he grew into it.
Into it.
What happened? They said the number 11, it shouldn't be for you. It should be for Nico Williams. It should be for Nico Williams. You know what this guy said? Don't ever disrespect me.
And
Don't ever
there's
disrespect me.
nothing I love more than a player who plays with a chip on his shoulder. And this summer they gave him that. They said, hey, we wanted to strip your number, brother. Now he's running around like Puck with the armband. He said, who gonna stop me? Champions League, come link me.
Bro.
El Clasico, come link me. That's real men.
Facts.
Character.
Facts.
And an execution on the pitch with quality. Safe. And I'm sorry. We ain't going to ignore as well.
Listen, I have to do this one.
I have to do
this one because those of you that are familiar watchers of the show, you know that we have FCM court. And there's a time where I put a certain individual, European, in court. Because at the time, he was single-handedly, in my opinion.
You have crimes to answer for, brother.
That wasn't crimes because he was right to go to penitentiary. And this is the thing about the prison system. It's about reform. It's about reform. It's about reform. Rehabilitation.
You spun the block nicely.
Because at the time, Yamal was there. We're not getting minutes. Lewa stinking up the place. And now what's happening?
Shouting at Yamal.
Shouting, moving like Benzema and Vinny. But look, you see how life works?
Yeah.
Now Leva's there, like, you know the Ninja Turtle picture, yeah? When it's
Master Roshi hugging the young ninjas, like, bro, that's actually how it feels like, bro. That's actually how it feels like. And I'm so glad Cams is not here this week. I can't lie.
Yeah, because he
would have been insufferable talking about, hey, you sent him to prison. But since I interviewed him, the guys was, and I can't lie to you, at 36 to still be doing what he's doing, bro. You have to give him credit where it's due. And we talk about, Kane and the numbers he's putting up, Haaland and the numbers he's putting up. Lewandowski is still just as good as these man, bro. Do not try and discount him just because he's 36. Bro. He's still at one of the best clubs in the world, still doing it in the Champions League. Won the title 2 years ago, don't get it wrong. He was top goal scorer as well.
He's playing with a chip on his shoulder.
This, as you said, reform and rehabilitation. Bro. We are here.
We are back.
Barca are back. And I'm telling you, it's a scary place to be when Barca's back.
Honestly, because you think about it, they're going to go after that league title. They've got identity. The fans are bought in. There's a feeling there. And the thing with Madrid is, after they won that Champions League, there was a feeling. Now, we have to address it. This is not agendas. This is not manipulation. This is simply discussing what is in front of us.
Yeah.
Is this a clone of Mbappe? Or
in terms of?
Is that the actual Mbappe that was in playing against Leon and them? Because what we're seeing, when you order something on Amazon and then you open the packaging,
the Temu edition,
and it's like this isn't what I ordered.
The Sheen edition.
And the thing is, I remember on this very platform, we said we don't know how this is gonna work out.
Hey man,
we got heckled for it. And listen, it's still early days.
I wasn't a part of that. I can't lie. Bro, I can't even explain it. The only way I can think of it is like, I've tried to, maybe he's lacking in confidence, bro. Because I've been on the Mbappe's best player in the world. but it's hard to watch him week in, week out in this Madrid shirt and say that is the best player that football has to offer. I can't lie to you. It's very difficult at this point. Game after game, he just looks average, bro. He looks like he's completely lost all dribbling ability. His first touch is almost like, I can't even explain it, bro. It's a bouncy castle. It just the decision making where at times when you should be squaring the ball, he's doing 1v1 dribbles and trying to get it off, and then the times when you should be taking him out 1v1, he's trying to pass it backwards. I'm like, the movement is non-existent. Like all the things that made him special, all the things that made him an X-factor player, just seem devoid of his game at this point. And I'm like, what the hell, bro? You're in the best team. You're in a team that is actually almost like had a little working system with the Diamond last year. And this season, they're trying their best to almost like cater to you. And I feel like the whole system has taken like an impact of it. Vinny Jr. is obviously trying his thing, but even him, he doesn't look the same. Boy. And I'm like, bro,
Jude isn't playing in the route that
Jude has
Jude
been
played
forced
in.
back into midfield now. He doesn't look nearly the same as he did last year. And I'm like, bro, you're not only messing up for you, you're messing it up for everyone, bro.
You're scaring the hose.
Bro, and the way that it's happening at a time when Barca are coming through with all these kids.
It's not good.
And you're meant to be the superstar joining a team of winning superstars that have already won everything. You're meant to be the cherry on top of the cake. And you look like the poison apple. It's looking scary, bro. It's looking scary. And I'm like, I think goals is always the thing that will kind of give you confidence and kind of bring it back. But, bro, there's only so many penalties you can kind of have to boost your confidence. He needs to pull his finger out. And I'm sorry, we demand a lot of great players. And you are one of the great players in the world. We expect a lot, bro. And in that type of game, you cannot put that type of performance and think it's going to go unnoticed.
Listen,
hell no.
I don't like comparing players, doing comparisons and whatnot, but I think it's really important to put things into context. There's so many people that try to put agendas and speak on Jude, right? When Jude joined, it was like, oh, you know, they've put the number 5 on him. They're doing this, they're doing that. Jude walked into that change room and became a mainstay. He became a pivotal character, not just on the pitch, but you could tell by the way he carried himself and whatnot, he was aware of the moment.
Bro, he was a major plus.
And he dealt with all of the pressure.
Facts.
You've now got the best player in the world, joining a situation where we are good. You are supposed to take us another level. This start is not looking great. In your first Clasico, to drop 4 on your head. Bro, Jude's first Clasico, he went to Barcelona, dropped 2.
Clutch.
His second Clasico,
clutch.
Dropped another 1. Again, not comparing players, but when it's Galactico time, the Galacticos have to stand up. Each and every individual Galactico has to show that they've got star power. Right now, it is looking scary because some of these signings, you can think of really big signings in the history of time, right? When it starts bad, if there's not that moment quick, it's very easy that it just becomes a lull. And it's just like that. Listen, no one's beyond that happening to them. You know? This isn't a situation where it's PSG and everyone's going to massage your ego and everything.
Yeah.
Ancelotti's seen winners. He's seen big players.
The thing I will say is, listen, it sounds crazy to say, it's still Mbappe at the end of the day. He can still turn it around. Do you know what I mean? And I think we've seen before, was it Modric came in first year, was called one of the biggest flops in Madrid's history. It's like Ronaldo, if I'm not mistaken, his first year, he was good, but he wasn't Ronaldo we know. And it's like, yo, you can have these kind of adjustment periods and settling periods. Don't get it twisted. But we still expect to see a little bit of what you are. And I just don't feel like we've seen anything close to what the best Mbappe is at Madrid so far. And this is the type of game that just you almost feel like, you know, the big spotlight, poof, it just puts it on him. There's no hiding place, bro. There's no hiding place.
Mbappe's out there looking like Jovino, bro.
Hey, come on, man.
Bro, he's looking mad out there, bro.
Come on, man.
Bro, he's out there looking mad.
Do it now.
Bro, he's out there looking crazy, bro.
Hey, Mbappe, look. This is how they're talking to your name.
He's looking
Jovino.
crazy.
This is what you're letting happening.
Bro, 8 offsides, 8.
Nah, I can't lie.
That's one more than 7.
Disgusting, bro. Some of them were just like a lack of basic awareness. And that's what I meant with the movement. It just like, it's lackadaisical, bro, man. Come on, man. Mbappe was looking like Aisha speed. Don't kill me, bro. Please, man. Please. This is how they're talking on the supposed best player in the world. Kylian! Please
Rise.
rise, brother.
Rise.
Please rise, man.
Rise. Don't be. Listen, man.
I don't think he was the only bad one in that game, by the way.
Listen, he wasn't. Who?
Coach Cam's lookalike. Because I know that wasn't true of many out there. That was definitely Coach Cam's out there.
Is that why he's not heard this?
That's why he's not here this week, bro. I always tell people, whenever you see Chouameni drop a stinker,
It's
find Cam's location. I'm telling you, there's some swap shit going on there. Anytime you see Anthony Edwards drop a stinker, find Cam's location.
Oh, man. Someone called him Hawk 2.
Fuck you up. Nah, you lot are sick.
Nah,
You lot are
honestly.
sick. Fact,
It's one of the things.
fullbacks. Furlong Mendy. Oh my god, bruv. Furlong Mendy and Vasquez. The fact that those are your two starting
Fullback
fullbacks.
Listen, man.
Hey, you know
It's
what?
techie.
Every Madrid fan doesn't deserve this except Faisal. That's it. That was all I wanted to say.
Oh, man. Let's go back to Premier League, though, man. Of
Hey,
course.
still over 1,500 of you in here, though.
Come on,
Only
man.
300
Smash the
likes.
like
Come on,
button.
please.
Smash the
People,
like button.
people,
They're
people,
saying
come on.
do a call for El Clasico. I don't know, man. You might have to. Maybe another time. Maybe
You know
another
what?
time.
The call-in is something we're actually going to make more regular. If you guys
Yeah.
want it, let us
Let us know
know
in the comments.
please, and we'll try and, for most big games, we'll
Yeah.
say,
We'll
try and
implement
get
a
some opinions from
segment
both
of
fans, you know
some
what I mean?
kind.
So, nah.
But let's get back to Premier League. Obviously, we had the El Sacuco, West Ham, Manchester United.
Interesting game.
Very interesting game. Before we go into this game, should we discuss this referee situation at the moment, or should we go straight into this game? Because
Let's go straight into the game, because I feel like there's a refereeing
Cool.
decision within this, trust me, that kind of decided the whole game anyway.
Like-
So
Ten Hag like how do I say this without being
Teflon 10. Teflon 10. That's what I call him now.
gone?
He's unsackable, bro. He is the immovable object in Manchester. I've never seen a manager be this bad and still get away with it. And do you know what's so funny today? I felt bad for United because in the first half, bro, I can't lie to you, they should have been 5 or 6 up, bro. I think they hit the crossbar twice. Højlund broke through on goal,
Yeah.
but not Bruno had a half chance. The Dalot miss. Oh my days, bro.
Culture comes.
Yeah,
Because
culture
it's
comes.
all good to talk about it. Lewandowski, he's scoring goals. Let's talk about the other side now.
Where was your magical touch with Dalot, please? Because I'm sorry to go round like that and just sky it. I don't know what was
Hey,
worse.
Streets are saying he did a Fernando Torres.
Oh my diddy. Oh my days.
can't- you
That
can't-
was
you can't
that
say
was
that
yeah,
one.
yeah. That was crazy. That miss was crazier still. I can't lie. That miss was crazier than what I just said. Yeah, but oh man, that was criminal. But I thought in the first half they should have been out of sight,
Out of mind.
clear. And then it's almost like the typical thing of you leave a game long enough, you don't take your chances, you're
Gonna come
gonna
back to
get
bite you.
sucker punched, bro. And
Yep.
Somerville popped up back post.
He looks
So-
good.
I think it was almost like one of the first kind of clear-cut chances West Ham had even created. And then I think we can even get to the refereeing decision from there. Because what did you make of that penalty decision? Because, brother, I have no idea in my mind how that is given as a
Let
penalty.
me be real, yeah.
And I'm going to say this here. I hear it sometimes, defenders left a leg out. Or, hey, he swung and he's missed. Bro, there is not even an attempt. This is literally just a coming together. It's almost like the ref went to the screen to look for contact and say, there's contact. Okay, cool. I'm going to give the... Like, he almost went to the screen looking for a reason to give the penalty rather than thinking, was there an actual penalty?
I've got 2 things here, yeah. First thing, the standard of refereeing in this country is diabolical. It is piss poor. I'm not just talking about the referees. I'm talking about the use of VAR. I'm talking about everything. The use of VAR is supposed to be clear and obvious. At what point was anything in that passage clear and obvious a pen? And then to add insult upon injury, the referee didn't think it was a pen, hence why VAR flagged it. The referee then walked over and thought, you know what? Maybe it is a pen.
Because it's
The standard of refereeing in this country is so bad. No one wants to take accountability for it being bad. You get to hide behind. It's like, how can you be bad by yourself then bad with machines that are supposed to make you better?
because it's a boys' club, bro. That machine is not there to kind of help improve officiating in the game. It's like a clock. It's a boys' club. If the VAR says go and check it, to align with them, I'm now gonna go and give the pen rather than use my own autonomy to make a decision. And it's like, you see it time and time again with so many decisions. But that for me was just a weird penalty decision to give, where I'm just like, it seems like you're just looking for a reason to give the penalty.
Do you know what? It kind of made me think as well. And again, I have no proof of this, but I feel personally that certain teams within the Premier League, based on stature and whatnot, who you are, you will have lobbying power. We know it. We saw what Alex Ferguson had the referees back in the day doing. We've seen Jose and sort of Chelsea era. Like, if you have respect as a club and you're heralded, you have certain things around you.
Yeah.
That decision today told me everything that I need to know about Manchester United's perception in the Premier League. Manchester United of old, if there was VAR, that never happens. Never. You're telling me big established Manchester United would get a call like that against them? Manchester United being 14th and having calls like that, bro. Manchester United being 14th and having calls like that go against them, it just showcases where Manchester United are in 2024.
Yeah.
That is the view on them now, where it's kind of like, you know what, we're just going to deliberately screw this over now. How on earth do you make a decision that it's not a pen, look at evidence and say that's a pen? Yeah, that was diabolical. It's not even that wasn't the only bad decision today. There was that. I feel like Eze should have had a pen against you lot, which we'll go into. The Chelsea pen, we should have never had a pen for that.
Yeah.
It's like each and every week, rather than talking about the superstars in the Premier League and all the great talents, we are talking about decisions from individuals who are tasked with making sure that the game is played in a respectable manner and everyone goes home happy. And they lose control of games. It's like ridiculous. How did Van de Ven not get a red card?
Hey. Are we
How?
talking about United and West Ham?
No,
or
but I'm
Spurs and
talking
Palace?
about referees. How did Van de Ven not get a red card?
I'll be real with you. I don't even know. Because I was watching that thinking, yeah, we're fucked here. At this point, this game is done because he's even come around the blind side of him and he's literally put his arm across. The only thing I could think was the fact that he was moving away from goal is what protected him. Rather than running. No. When you had Saliba, it was like running through centrally on goal. With your one as well last week, Chelsea, I thought that one you got away with it. This one, I thought, he's running away. You know what, ref? I hear where you're coming from.
No, Fred.
I kind of understand.
Do you know the worst thing about this? The worst thing about this, the Saliba
but if it was given as a red, I'll put it this way, I wouldn't have complained.
The
because I would
Saliba
have been
one
like,
was just after the halfway line. The tossing one just after the halfway line, running towards the touchline. Van de Ven was probably like 10 yards outside the box.
No. It wasn't in the box. It was past the semicircle.
It was way past the D. Pause. That they were far. They were far into the box.
Listen, honestly, I thought it was a funny decision as well. I think if Palace had if we equalised or had won the game, I think Palace would have been within their right to kind of complain about that one, but didn't happen. But that's what we talk about with the consistency of these decision making. And I was baffled last week that Tosin didn't get sent off. And had you done that almost as a red, it would have been like, okay, we've seen those two examples of the last 2 weeks. We just follow suit with this one. You pull a man down who's through on goal, it's a clear and... That's the thing, though. Is it a clear and obvious chance? And I think that's kind of the grey area that they've used both with the tossing and both with the Van de Ven one.
Do you know what my issue, though, is? I was speaking to a few Arsenal fans last week, and they were saying that there's too many inconsistencies. So, like, as you're saying now, red card for this, not red card for that. My thing is, what is the right decision for the referee to make? Because you can't have consistently bad. That doesn't change anything either. And I feel
you're gonna have these inconsistencies because it's human error, bro.
Exactly, and that's the thing. I'm not mad at inconsistencies because at the end of the day, like, it's all perception. What is infuriating is when referees do not, one, have the ability to make bold decisions. Like, I think the Manchester City decision where the Bernardo thing was very bold. He looked at the VAR and said, come on, let's be serious here. That's not a foul. That's what refereeing should be. But also, it's like, how on earth are you not able to make the simple decisions right? Yeah. That's crazy. There's no way that we can talk about the game evolving and game doing this and whatnot and the Premier League being the best advert in the world where the individuals marshalling these games can't make simple decisions right.
And I know that the lack of the communication between them is almost like a constant, let's protect ourselves rather than improve the game. if that makes sense. So for me, I'm done like almost complaining about refereeing decisions. I'll be honest with you, because I'm just like, bro, every week there's gonna be something. It's like we've introduced VAR to improve officiating. It hasn't improved it. It's just in fact created more grey areas. Nobody's really won from this, but the game is the game, as they say, and we'll keep playing it, bro.
Listen, man. Even flipping, I think about it now, yeah.
Like I even hate how much we have to talk about officiating every week almost. I'm like, bro, I want to come here and talk about the details of the game and who played well and who didn't perform. And
Introversion
you know what I mean?
use of the hospices.
Did you see how we, inverted this week? And I want to be talking that. Instead, we got to be talking, he went to the screen again for the 15th time and he didn't know what he was doing.
It's ridiculous, man. Speaking on Ten Hag, though, is the writing on the wall for him?
What?
Because it looks like he can do no wrong.
The writing has been on the wall. They have graffitied the original writing that was on the wall with new writing. Bro, it's a mural at this point, bro. What the hell are you still doing here? Like, the fact that he hasn't even resigned, for me, is baffling. I'm like, what the hell are you doing here? You're literally tanking an institution, bro. There has to be some kind of self-awareness at some
piss
point.
Me off. You're saying what? Fast draft pick?
Bro.
Shall we get draft pick for your mom?
I was, you know me, I was like the biggest Ten Hag fan before he got the job. I was praying he came to Spurs. I now understood what Levy meant when he said he interviewed this guy and he had zero charisma. At the time, I was like, what do you mean charisma? You don't need charisma. Give the man a job. He knows tactics. Inna lillah. What we have seen over the past year or so, this brother is,
He's stinking it up.
I feel sorry for United fans, but hey, this is the bed you chose, and it almost seems like the board are, I don't know what they're waiting for, because you've had like a run of form where it's so ugly.
United broke?
You've had a start to the season. I don't even think it's broke, because you think what, they don't want to pay him the sacking fee.
Wait, think about it. They're asking City if their players can go on planes.
Yo, that was crazy.
They don't want to pay for fees to sack managers. Are United broke?
Man, I don't know. Ineos came in New Year. What are you saying? They ain't got no money. Hey, man, listen, Ineos, for me, I think you're failing as a board by keeping this guy on. Like, every week you keep him on more is more faith of United fans that you lose week by week. Because I'm sorry, no United fan can be content with this. Even the most hardcore Ten Hag fan cannot sit here and keep making excuses week after week as to why you have no rhythm, why you have no cohesion, why this team looks disjointed. And listen, today you could say, yeah, they should have maybe scored 4 or 5 goals or whatever. It might be on the players. But this is a recurring theme of the whole season. This is a recurring theme of the past 2 seasons. This is a recurring theme of the past 3 seasons. But the past 2 seasons, he's been able to paper over the cracks with trophies. And I'm sorry, trophies are wonderful and nice, but this team needs to get together. And as long as Ten Hag is in charge, I cannot see that happening, honestly.
Brother, can I read some things to you?
Go for it.
Manchester United are 21st in the Europa League table.
What?
They're 21st.
So wait, 21st in the Europa League and 14th in the league.
Bro, they have 0 goal difference.
What
in
are
Europa
you,
League.
Ineos? What the hell are you waiting for?
Minus 3 goal difference in the Premier League. Manchester United.
Yeah, listen, I know Cams would probably be here ripping his hair out, but I don't know what to say anymore, bro. Like, I'm sorry, Manchester United in 14th and 21st in the Europa League as well, with some of the fixtures that they've had as well. Just fold the club at this point. They've got to be at that. A lot of fans have got to be at that stage where they're checking out. They're going to, what is it? United of Manchester?
FC
United of Manchester? Bro, I'd be going there. Go invest your Saturdays better, because this cannot be it. If they miss out, imagine they miss out on the Europa League qualification next round. And do you know what? Do you know what's crazy? I don't even think they'll still sack Ten Hag after that. I genuinely think they'll wait till the end of the season, wait till everything's completely capitulated, and then they'll say, we have come to the conclusion that Erik Ten Hag and Man United are separating ways. Too late, mate. You have lost all the faith, all the good faith that they brought in with the new signings they brought in, the training ground changes that they're going to do, the boardroom changes that they've done. All of that good faith that you've built, you are crashing out on a manager who is showing himself to be incapable of managing this club. He might manage another club good, but this club here, it's not for you,
even
brother.
with what you said, Manchester United spent money this summer. Manchester United had Ineos officially come into charge and give the fans a bit of a morale boost and whatnot. They decided to give this man an extension. Listen, I'm not in the changing room. I can't claim to be some ITW or whatever these people call themselves or whatnot. But there's no way you can tell me that this manager has the confidence of players based on the situation they're in right now.
Listen, they're not blind. Players are just like us. They see what they see, bro, and they probably see it on a closer scale,
bro. Do you know how bad West Ham are?
If you think these players rate Ten Hag, then I would seriously question their mentalities. The only players that might rate him are the players maybe who he's given breakthroughs to, but even them, I would say they'd be looking at him with a side eye. But
West Ham
will be United, brother.
West Ham are not a good side right now. And the fact that West Ham can walk away with a W, even though they didn't deserve to win, I think it tells you everything about where Manchester United are right now. Like it's scary that, you know, that we was talking about earlier, Arsenal banter periods and whatnot.
Yeah.
United had a banter period, and it looked like it was kind of like, you know, stabilizing trophies and whatnot. Bro. Anyway, man.
It's unforgivable.
It is what it is, man. Tell me about Spurs, though. Speaking of unforgivable. Hey, listen, I've got a question.
Hey, man. I thought, let me talk there during the United segment. Run the minutes down.
I've got a question for you. Last week, did you play last week?
West Ham.
You played West Ham. You know, see, there's some synergy here. Played West Ham. You wanted to score some goals. Your manager made a tactical decision to impact the game. Can you remind me of that tactical decision was, please?
What, subbing Maddison off?
I think that was one.
Are you still running this agenda?
So, and you scored 3 goals, which was great.
And what happened this week when he subbed Maddison off?
No, but I'm saying this.
What happened this week when he subbed Maddison off?
No, but let me land.
Did the score change?
Let me land. This week, you're chasing the game. You're chasing the game. Like you want to impose yourself on a game, away game, away London derby away game. You want to impose yourself.
Yeah.
What substitutions does your manager make?
He took off Maddison and Kulusevski.
Can you tell me why?
To bring on more forwards. He brought on Richarlison and Werner and 2 guys that can't hit a barn door. Net negatives against the team. That's why.
So from your perspective, why is it that the number 10, the creative hub, is the one being sacrificed in reoccurring fixtures?
It is what it is. You know what I mean?
When Spurs need a moment.
We weren't controlling the game, and I understand. He just said, you know what, Kulu, you're on a yellow. Madison, you're not really creating today. Let's switch it up a little bit. But I don't even think they're the problem. I'm looking at that back line. I'm looking at that back line and saying, what the hell?
Wasn't it supposed to be
what are we doing this season? Listen, hype. I ain't trying to hear that shit. Yeah, because today was meant to be like Palace winless. Palace lost the last 3 games. Mikey Moore starting. Come on, lads. 3-point collectors. No, brother, because that back line had something in store for me. What's the number 1 rule between 2 centre backs in the box? You don't pass across the box.
Never.
Tell me why my centre back Christian Romero is playing lofted passes to my left centre back. Tell me why my left centre back is trying to volley it onto the left back. Tell me why my left back has gone on walkies to play left mid. And then tell me why Van der Ven, when he loses that ball, rather than closing the cross down, just stands there doing some
stanky leg,
some default move. What are we doing? And then the ball, winger gets 20 yards across it in. Romero and Porro decide they're going to go for the ball at the same time. Nobody's going to talk. One of us is just going to telepathically read. Bro, it's that easy. You saw about 5 or 6 comical errors in one stroke like that. And this is my issue with Spurs this season. Bro, you lot are actually good players. This is a good team I look at. But you lot play like shit. You lot stink sometimes. And it's the inconsistency that I can't put up with, bro. How you can go last week, 4-1, batter West Ham. Hey, Ange got his first London win. Till you go to a team that has yet to win this season and look so mediocre. Because the thing is, after they scored as well, you're thinking, give me some gusto. Give me some reaction. Because that's what we saw against West Ham.
Yeah.
We even got the halftime break. We came out second half even worse. Where? All over the place. I went to watch, bro. You was there.
I went to watch.
I didn't even want to say it, but
I went to watch.
I'm glad you went and not me, because I would have ran on the pitch and said, "Yo, what you lot doing?"
Let me not lie. Watching you guys made me realize that the top 4 race is very open, because I don't know if it's an Ange thing. I don't know whether it's players not understanding what he wants to do, but it's very concerning when a Crystal Palace side can sort of nullify you guys and then you guys wanted to try and get into this argy-bargy sort of like nitty-gritty game, and then you couldn't even live up to that. It's like you were too soft to live up to that.
We don't have the characters.
And it's like, so what are you guys doing? You're not playing the high-octane football you're supposed to do. You're trying to do this Vinnie Jones thing and it's not working. You're not really having any clear-cut chances at goal. You're making mistakes.
Today, I'm actually looking at the individuals more than like Ange or even the system. And I know some people are saying some Spurs fans were saying to me after the game, like, why do we keep trying to build out from the back? Guys, we've been doing this since Ange has come in. Yeah. This is part and parcel of what we do. And guess what? It's worked a lot of the times. It's why we build up so well. But when defenders are doing that, 5 to 6 mistakes in a row in one move, midfield is non-existent on the ball. Forwards today, I'm sorry, Solanke, we're gonna turn our attentions to you very soon, brother. 65 million, my record signing. Can I have some goals, please? Listen, I love the link-up play. I love the hold-up play. I love the all-round overall play. But I need some goals, bro. As a striker, that's your biggest currency. And in a game like Palace today, I expect you to impose your will on guys like Lacroix, dudes like Chalobah. Come on, man. Brennan Johnson, what is it? 6-6, and that's it. We cool off. We're chilling. Like, I'm not gonna even talk about Mikey Moore because he's 17 years old, bro, making his first Premier League start. But some of these other senior men around him, bro, where were you today, bro? You talked about even Madison, Kulusevski today, mile off. Yeah. Had one of the best games of the season last week, and it's that inconsistency, bro. If you cannot be consistent, you will get absolutely nowhere in anything, bro. And I'm sorry, what is it? 4 wins so far, 4 losses, 1 draw. That's the biggest sign of inconsistency.
Sometimes maybe good,
sometimes maybe shit. And trust me, when we are shit, we are shit.
Real talk. Chelsea, I think I mentioned before.
Someone said this one's on Levy. Hey, don't kill me, man. Cap and pants. Yeah, hey, chill. No, that's on the players today. Defenders for that goal, and then midfield and attack. I'm sorry. You have to take ownership in a game like that, bro. Like, you can't go to a winless Palace and then say, and just tactics will bail us out. You guys are on the pitch. Please perform.
It's facts. Now, with Chelsea, like, quickly, good, needed results went our way this weekend. Needed that dub.
Yeah. Are you guys in the table now? Let me see.
5th?
Yeah, 5th. Bro, 1 point behind Arsenal.
1 point behind Arsenal. And we've got Arsenal in 2 games.
What's going on here? Huh? Hey, what is Maresca cooking over there, blood?
1 point behind Arsenal. 1 point behind Arsenal.
United away next as well. Interesting, boy. Hey, what's that? FCM Classico. Make sure you guys are there next week. You're going to be excited.
But yeah, no, in all seriousness, a lot of people were talking on Cole Palmer last week about his performance, and then you see what he's about this week. I think at the end of the day, when it comes to top players, don't speak bad on people's names, because you know what happens. When it's that time, it's that time. Literally, the check of the shoulder, the receiving it. I like, when players make the passes that make wingers run. Don't get me wrong, I like all of this to me, to you. Get your wingers running in behind.
Bro, talk to me about that pass. Because I know that's what you're referring to, bro. Talk to me what you felt
one thing to
when that pass was executed.
It's another thing to then
I was watching the Spurs game on here, and then I had that game there. Bro, even I jumped out my seat.
It's the fact that it's gone on the inside of the defender, and it's to Pedro Neto. So it's like Neto's going to keep running. And then all Neto has to do is put on the plate. He does. And the difference between last season and this season, Nico Jackson scores. And that guy deserves a lot of respect as well, because the way he plays, I've already said it, without that sort of character, how he's able to sort of move around and do what he does, you don't get your Cole Palmers getting joy. You don't get your wingers able to get joy. What we're seeing with Chelsea is that Maresca's very quickly saying who his men are. Enzo's not started for 2 games now.
And you know what? That pass that Palmer played is almost like what Enzo should be doing. And I was like, bro, that was almost in your own third.
Yep.
And he said, bro, I'm launching the attack from here.
Yep.
Missiles go.
Yep. Exactly. Reece James still getting match fitness. It's clear to say, listen, we need you. You're playing. You played left back today. He actually had a decent performance. You could say that the goal that they scored, all of the defenders, maybe him initially, but all of the defenders at fault. But you can tell that if he gets match fit and we have at least 70% of what he was, you're onto something. Chelsea are slowly but surely building what Maresca wants, which is really refreshing to see. You can kind of tell who the lineup's going to be. I think the forward position is where it's getting interesting now because Neto got the chance to start today.
Took his chance as well.
Very direct. Noni's still sort of after. In context, you say he's got 4 goals for the season. When you break it down, it's a hat trick and then 1 goal elsewhere. It's like you need to kick on.
You need more consistency in the end product.
Exactly, and I think with Noni as well, what's great about him is when he's direct and he's on the ball, it is frightening, but it can only be devastating if you have the final product.
Yeah,
and that's where he probably just needs to tune in.
To be fair, Mudryk had a good game midweek, so maybe Pedro on the right, Mudryk on the left.
The thing is,
I think it's good to have like multiple players hitting a good patch of form. So if one maybe does cool off, you can just
exactly. But I feel like
quickly.
Mudryk is gonna stay in that B team. I feel like Maresca has found like maybe 11 different ways to say that he's not great.
Yeah,
he said that he takes a bit longer to listen. He said that his developmental horizon and full moon is a different
term.
That is
one of the funniest things to see.
He's just finding different ways to say he's
stupid. He's dumb. He's slow. Yeah, and he got left behind in class.
Literally. But I was Joey that does Chelsea content made a really good video, and he was basically saying, if you look at where Newcastle are before the game, they were 1 point behind us. I believe it was. The thing that was mad is Newcastle probably thinking they have the worst season ever. They haven't signed anyone. It's tough and whatnot. They were only 1 point behind us. We're in a good place because we've made signings, new manager. There's a good feeling. It's about how long can this feeling stay for. And Maresca has a real opportunity now. The Liverpool game, everyone's like, Chelsea actually did alright, but needed to be a bit stronger.
Yeah.
The game's coming up now. What can you learn from that Liverpool game and showcase to people that, yes, even though we want to finish top 4, we have ambitions of actually ratting a few people here. That's what I'm looking forward to now. Like, the team's bubbling, things are looking good. How further can you go? I've got to say, though, Sanchez, your days are numbered. Robert Sanchez, your days are numbered. Thank you for the occasional ping.
What's his name? Jorgensen?
The issue he's got is when you're playing B team games, if you're not really being tested, there's no way of actually proving that you deserve to get.
What better way to get tested than get thrown in the line of fire?
Well, maybe because I'm seeing goalkeeper complete 50% passing. It's like, my brother, what's going on?
Attempted 40 passes as well.
Made
nasty
20,
work.
Made 20.
Bro, he connected 6 of 25 long passes. Now, mind you, these are just numbers, but oh man, Robert Sanchez has never been a keeper that's filled me with confidence, bro.
The performance today was not great. It was not great. But alas, listen, man, champs and duds. Champs and duds. I've got a bit of a rogue champ this week. I've got 2 champs actually.
Go for it.
My first champ, Chris Wood.
Hey. Mr. Woods, welcomes to Barclays Men.
Facts.
You are officially in the club, my friend.
Facts. He's about to embark on yet another season of double figures. Remember my old adage of sometimes you just need a Glenn Murray that will guarantee you 10 goals.
Yeah.
Chris Wood is in that group. He will guarantee you 10 Premier League goals. I've got another one, right? And I'm calling this the PSR signing of the year. So you see PSR signings, they're not really meant to help
you. They fall under a different bracket.
Yeah, they're not really meant to help you with performance. It's just to kind of help move a bit of money around. Elliot Anderson is the PSR signing of the year. Because he wasn't signed, let's call it for what it was. He wasn't signed to really shift the needle of what Nottingham Forest needed. But this guy's come into this team and he's balling out. He is that one of their key players. He is part of the reason why Nottingham Forest are in European places right now. And I have to give him a champ of the week because PSR signings, they're not meant for performance. But Elliot Anderson, you're cooking. So I'll give you that. And I'll give another one as well.
Go on.
Whilst we were getting ready to record, there was a game that happened 4-4 into Juve.
Yeah, I saw in the chat, they kept saying 4-4 Juve Inter. I was like, brother.
And a young Turk.
What am I missing?
A young Turk dropped
Keenan.
the brace. It was 4-2. He said, it's my turn.
That is the real hair to Del Piero. The closest
thing
I've seen. Brother, you know when Del Piero crowns you? There's very few players he's crowned. Him and Dybala are the only ones he's looked at and was like, I like you. But you see Dybala, I always looked at him like, a little fragile you. You ain't really a striker. You ain't really a 10. But the guy like you. Cool, I'll let you run by.
You got the little...
Yeah, little me. Do your thing. But Keenan Yildiz, that's a real footballer. Like, I think... I remember Cams about a year ago did like a Proofs in the Pud video, I think it was, where he was talking about players of the newer generations, the thousands, they're going to be the ones to say football. He is another one of them, bro. Like, this new gen. And the thing is this is a new Juve team. Like, completely different to what it was kind of under Allegri, under Motta now. And he's looking like they've given him the number 10, but he's taken to it like a duck to water. And as we said, bro, when you come up in these big games, like today we saw Saka step up in this big game. You want your star players, your star boys, to be the ones to rise for these occasions. And Keenan Yildiz, every time I've watched a Juve game, he
stood up to be counted.
So cold. Talent, man.
Duds.
Actually, champs. I'm going to give one champ. Brian Mbeumo.
My guy.
I love this guy, bro.
Liverpool, pick up the phone.
Week after week, he just keeps stepping up, and he's like, Ivan who? I've been running this show for over a year now. Suspension days.
They laughed at me.
Hey, him and Wissa.
Africa.
I salute you, brothers, man. 2 bold Maltesers running around like they pack. Yeah, this is all we need. Bold, real men running this. Ten Hag ruins it, man. Ten Hag ruins it, man. Get that guy out of the Premier League.
Black.
Bold, black men. Hey, that come crazy. Yo, pause. Let me chill now. But nah, and Mbeumo, bro, time and time again, this guy steps up. And I love that he's always there to be counted on. And, bro, I've said, if a top 6 club won't take him, one of these top teams in Europe needs to take him. January bids I want to see. Summer bids I want to see. Spurs, pick up the phone.
Someone just said Mateta's in that club as well. Bold black men, might be a movement still. Might be a movement still.
BBM. We bringing back BBM. Hey, name some more bold black men if you can in the comments before the end of the show. Hey.
Flipping duds.
Mbappe.
Madrid.
Madrid and Mbappe, you have to hold that, I'm afraid. I would love to say Mbappe by himself. But Madrid as an institution, 4-0 at home to Barca's kids, disgusting. Disgusting.
It's mad. I'm trying to think if I've got any other duds.
I'm trying. You know what? I think it's you, my guy, Christian Romero. This time, I have to put you here. I always have him under a veil of protection, but bro, too many times this season, Newcastle, Leicester, Brighton, this game today where it's individual errors, where I can't blame the system. I'm trying to look and see, is it the Highline's fault? Bro, it's your fault. It's your fault. And I can't overlook it anymore. So I'm turning my attention to him over the next month. What performance review? You know, like at work. When the standards drop, boss got to come in and sit next to you and be like, yo. We need
in school, you're report. You're
Romero, we need to have a sit down and have a 1-to-1, bro.
Oh man, listen, that is the end of another episode. We'll be back next week. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, follow the individual profiles. Everyone's got some stuff coming out. You got videos dropping.
Yeah, check out my channel if you want to see the Crystal Palace reaction as well. Please go and check that out. Nearly at 10K as well. So big up everyone who's been supporting.
Love that. Listen, like, share, subscribe. We'll be back soon.
Boom.